Howdy, everybody. Clint Stevens here. Give you a quick walkthrough on using the Unicheck Originality Detection Tool plagiarism checker within Canvas. So your district has Unicheck installed through Canvas, and so here's how to use it. I've created an assignment called Unicheck Demo. You can call it whatever you want, obviously. I gave my students their instructions, and then come on down here to submission type. Has to be an online submission, and you can use either and or text entry and file uploads. Needs to be one or the other. You can use both. You can use text or file. And then once you turn on those, notice that I get a new option down here below, plagiarism review, that opens up. You only have one, Kane Unicheck. So click that, and then you get a couple of options here. What this first one means is exclude submissions from institution's library. Every time you use Unicheck for an assignment, it saves and stores those documents in what's called your institutional library that it can use to check against originality from other students. So first and foremost, it's going to be catching students copying from each other. It also has the ability and does check pretty much the whole internet. It even includes our paid databases, EBSCO and Gale, within Utah. So if kids are using that for research, you can get a score on how original, how much they modified it or didn't modify it based on the content there. What this one means is that if you're turning in this assignment as like a draft, you might want to exclude these submissions because you don't want students being checked for plagiarism against themselves for the final version of the assignment. So I'm going to leave that there. This is a one-time assignment. So you won't normally check this or turn this on unless students are going to be submitting the same work multiple times. Auto exclude citations and references. If you have your students include their citations and references, it will see that and exclude that from the originality report. You can also set these percentages here for how sensitive it'll be when checking against student work. And then one last option here, when do students get to see their report? If they want to let them see it immediately after they submit it, after it's graded, after the assignment's due, or I don't want them to see it at all. I'll just leave it on immediately for now. And then options, all these are the same. Give it a due date. We'll call this due Friday. Actually, we'll make it due today at midnight. And available from and until, I won't worry about that. Okay, so I'm going to save and publish that assignment. And then now, once we have this done, I can jump into the student view, and I can submit to show you what the results look like. All right, so I'm in as a student, back here on the course homepage, which shows the module. And here's my Unicheck demo assignment that I'm going to jump into. And there's my instructions. I want to come up here to submit an assignment. And then again, I can upload file, do text entry, or grab something from Drive. Let's see if I can't use that. I will do a text entry. And I'm going to pause the video now to go out and grab some text that I have from some students in another district that I work with. Okay, I have this example here of a comparison between Xbox and PlayStation. A couple of pages long. I'm just going to select everything, copy it. If I did have my Google Drive integrated, I'm using the test student account. I could just choose that document from Drive. But for now, I'll just paste that into a text entry box. And I can leave any comments to the teacher that I want. It's optional. And then I must check this. This assignment submission is my own original work. So I will check that, even though for demo purposes, it's not my own work. And then I shall submit. Okay, and for the student, it says, all right, your submission is done. You're good to go. And now I'm going to leave student view and then come back in and look at the report. So it takes a couple minutes. I've seen it go as fast as about 30 seconds and maybe as slow as about 3, 4, 5 minutes. But to access the work and look at the reports, I need to come into grades. Actually, I can go to the assignment here, and then I go right into speed grader there. And so that's the submission. It hasn't graded it yet. All right, now that I'm in the speed grader, I've given it time to do its evaluation. This time it took about 2 minutes to get it done. Here is the originality score. It just shows up as a little percentage. The color variation is how original or plagiarized it is. The greener it is, the better. The more orange or yellow or red it gets, the more it's been plagiarized. And then to see the actual report for that, I just click on the percentage there, and it takes me over to Unicheck and shows me the full report. So everything's integrated right from within Canvas. The only time I need to go over to Unicheck is to actually view that originality report. There is a legend here that you can choose to open. These are similar things. This could be a citation, character replacement. These are listed as references, these colors here. But then again, if I click on the entry, it'll take me down and show me where this information likely came from. If I click here on the link to that, it'll take me over to what it believes the web source would be, and then actually highlights in that page where this information probably came from. So similarity, word match 52, so its similarity is 52% of this whole, or 5.82% of this entire document. If this is word for word, I can check this. With all that in mind, it's important to walk, but he's got that in quotes, which is good. He didn't cite a source, but he actually did quote it as, so I give him credit for that. I might put in a comment on his grade here that says, find that little passage there with this in mind. Where'd it go? Yeah, right here, do this. And then I can make a comment here. Make sure to cite your quoted sources. And submit that to the student there. Okay. And that's it. Hopefully that's a good enough overview of this tool for you. Oh, I can go into commenting mode. That's good. And so now let's see if I click here, put a comment there. Make sure to cite your quoted post. I guess if the student goes to their originality report, they'll see that on the Unicheck site. So hopefully that's more than you need to know. Please reach out. Let me know if you have any questions on how to use Unicheck within Canvas.